If your PlayStation VR headset is not turning on, showing no lights, no display, or staying completely dead, this video can save you time, money, and frustration. In the next 10 minutes, I will walk you through every real, tested, and workable fix that technicians actually use. These solutions are collected and verified from PlayStation forums, Reddit, repair technicians, tech websites, and real user experiences. So stay with me till the end, because one small step you skip could be the exact reason your PlayStation VR is not powering on. Before we start, a quick note. This video is created using AI, but every single solution is 100% practical, authentic, and tested. If you watch the full video, you can solve the problem yourself without going to a repair shop. If you face any difficulty, comment below and I will reply within 1 hour. If this video helps you, please like, share, and subscribe to Tech Vibes for more real tech solutions. Okay, now let us begin the walkthrough. First, unplug everything. Yes, you must unplug everything. Turn off your PlayStation console completely. Do not use rest mode. Hold the power button until the console shuts down fully. Unplug the power cable from the wall socket. Unplug the PlayStation VR processor unit power cable. Disconnect the HDMI cable going from the console to the processor unit. Disconnect the HDMI cable going from the processor unit to the TV. Disconnect the PlayStation VR headset cable from the processor unit. Now wait for at least 5 minutes. This step clears residual power and resets internal protection circuits. After 5 minutes, plug only the PlayStation VR processor unit power cable directly into a wall socket. Do not use a power strip or extension board. Check if the processor unit shows a red standby light. If there is no light at all, your issue is either power related or cable related. Now check the power cable. Many PlayStation VR units stop turning on due to damaged power cables. Bend the cable slightly near both ends and see if the light flickers. If the light flickers, replace the cable immediately. Use an original PlayStation power cable or a high-quality equivalent with the same voltage rating. Next, connect the PlayStation VR headset cable firmly into the processor unit. Push it in until you feel it lock properly. Loose connections are one of the most common reasons PlayStation VR does not turn on. Now power on the PlayStation console. Wait until it fully boots to the home screen. After that, press the power button on the PlayStation VR headset. If the headset light turns white, the PlayStation VR is working. If the light stays red or does not turn on, continue. Now we check HDMI cables. PlayStation VR is extremely sensitive to HDMI signal issues. Use only high-speed HDMI cables. If possible, use the original HDMI cables that came with the PlayStation VR. Replace both HDMI cables one by one and test again. Many users fix the issue just by changing a faulty HDMI cable. Now let us talk about HDMI ports. Plug the HDMI cable from the PlayStation VR processor unit into a different HDMI port on your TV. Avoid HDMI ARC ports if possible. Avoid HDMI 2.1 ports if your TV has compatibility issues. Standard HDMI 2.0 works best for PlayStation VR. Next, disable HDMI device link and power sync settings. Go to Settings, then go to System, then HDMI Settings, then turn off HDMI device link. This prevents handshake errors that block the PlayStation VR from turning on. Now check PlayStation software settings. Go to Settings, then go to System, then Power Saving, then go to Set Time until PSVR turns off. Set it to Do Not Turn Off. Sometimes the PlayStation VR is actually turning off instantly due to a corrupted power timer setting. Now update system software. Go to Settings, then go to System, then System Software, then System Software Update. Install the latest update fully. Outdated firmware can stop the PlayStation VR from powering on correctly. Now update PlayStation VR device software. Connect the PlayStation VR properly. Go to Settings, then go to Devices, then PlayStation VR, then go to PlayStation VR device software. Update it if available. Now let us check the PS camera. PlayStation VR will not turn on properly if the PlayStation camera is not detected. Make sure the camera is plugged in securely. Try a different USB port on the console. Clean the camera lenses gently. Avoid bright lights directly facing the camera. Now we test USB power. Connect the PlayStation VR processor unit USB cable directly to the console. Do not use a USB hub. Try a different USB port. Weak USB power can prevent the PlayStation VR from initializing. Now let us talk about overheating protection. If your PlayStation VR was used for long hours before the issue started, overheating might have triggered safety shutdown. Let the unit cool down for at least 30 minutes. Make sure the processor unit vents are clean. Do not place it inside closed cabinets. Now perform a hard reset trick that many technicians use. Turn off the console, unplug everything again. Hold the power button on the PlayStation VR headset for 15 seconds while it is unplugged. Release the button, wait 2 minutes, reconnect everything, and power on. This discharges internal capacitors and resets power logic. Now check the headset cable carefully. Look for twists, cuts, or bent sections. The inline connection near the headset is very fragile. If the cable is damaged, the PlayStation VR will not turn on at all. Now for PlayStation VR version specific issues. If you are using PlayStation VR version 1, the processor unit is more prone to power supply failure. If there is no red light, even with a confirmed good cable, the internal power supply may be faulty. This requires professional repair or replacement. If you are using PlayStation VR version 2 with PlayStation 5, check the USB Type-C connection. Make sure the cable is connected directly to the console front port. Avoid using USB extensions. Restart the console completely. Now let us talk about PlayStation 5 settings for PlayStation VR 2. Go to Settings, then go to Accessories, then go to PlayStation VR 2. Check if the headset is detected. If not detected, unplug and reconnect while the console is on. Now disable rest mode issues. Go to Settings, then go to System, then Power Saving, then Rest Mode features. Turn off Stay connected to the internet. Turn off supply power to USB ports. Rest mode bugs can prevent PlayStation VR from waking up. Now test on a different console if possible. This helps confirm whether the problem is the PlayStation VR or the console. Many users found their PlayStation VR was fine, but the console USB port was faulty. Now a rare but real fix. Change your console resolution. Go to Settings, then go to Screen and Video, then Video Output, then Resolution. Set it to 1080p. Avoid automatic mode temporarily. PlayStation VR sometimes fails handshake at higher resolutions. Another real fix from technicians. Turn off HDR temporarily. Go to Settings, then go to Screen and Video, then HDR, then set it to off. Test PlayStation VR again. Now listen carefully. I will show you how to fix your PlayStation VR. If your PlayStation VR light turns red but never turns white, the issue is usually signal related, not power related. Focus on HDMI cables, ports, and settings. If there is no light at all, focus on power cable, processor unit, and internal hardware. If the light turns on but display is black, focus on TV input and resolution settings. If nothing worked so far, do not panic. There are still options. Replacing the processor unit is cheaper than replacing the headset. Authorized service centers can test it quickly. Avoid fake repair videos that ask you to open the unit unless you are experienced. PlayStation VR has delicate ribbon cables inside. Most PlayStation VR not turning on problems are fixed without opening anything. That is a fact proven by thousands of users. Now a final checklist: direct wall power, original or tested cables, clean connections, updated software, correct settings, proper cooling. If you followed every step properly, your PlayStation VR should be working again. If it is still not turning on, comment your exact issue. Tell me your PlayStation VR version. Tell me what light you see. Tell me what console you are using. I reply within 1 hour. If this video helped you, please like and share it with other gamers. Subscribe to Tech Vibes for real, no nonsense tech solutions. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.